Hello guys, welcome back to Green's Review. Today I'm bringing you a video of my Bullfrog's A series hot tub. On my recent review, I really didn't have nothing bad to say about it. It's been good. It's been a little over almost 2 years, I could say. I think. Who's keeping track? But today I will be showing you a little on how I clean it, how it gets drained, what I do to everything I do to clean, drain, and some issues that I've seen with Bullfrog manufacturing defects. Yeah, I said defects. Could bring problems down the road. So that's all my heads. These are all my jet packs, got them all out, which I've already cleaned them. I've just been wiping them down. I got a little bit of water here that I mix. I mix about a cup of bleach with 5 gallons of water, probably 3 gallons of water. But just to clean up, wipe everything down, try to get everything possibly inside out, pour a little bleach down in there, rinse it out with a water hose extremely well. I'm going to show you what most people probably don't know. These are little O-rings. They go on the bottom of the jet packs. And what happens in there, which I didn't clean it out, gets a lot of gunk and mold, and if you don't take them off and clean them. So how you do it, it's literally like taking a cap off the milk jug. Pop it on, pop it off, same thing. But here I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna take this jet pack right here. We'll flip it upside down. This is the neck blaster made by Bullfrog. My wife's absolute favorite. So this being held up, so it takes this, you put this little ring, it goes right in here. So that right there fits, just like this. So what happens, inside of here, this little, I'll put the camera right, just in here, it fits slides. So this right here will fit down in there. It'll fit down in the center of the hole, but it just presses on. I can show you how to do it with a pinky. I line it up right, and that fits. It's just a nice little fit, little slow. If you want to pull it off, just pull it off. And down in here, it'll get real googie and whatever you want to call it. I like my googie. Sounds disgusting, but I'm gonna leave it on there for now because I didn't clean them up. But just a little heads up from that one. As I was cleaning it, I realized it came off, so I pulled it off, and lo and behold, there was some black stuff in there, which I usually clean it about every 3 months. I'll show you. See if I can see any. That right there is what was down in there. Yeah, pretty disgusting. I'm not a disgusting person. This is disgusting. This has got to go. But so what I do, first thing I do, I come over here, I attach my water hose. Just run my water hose down to the yard out there where you think you can see it. But what happens, and this right here is the cap. Whenever you pull this thing all the way out, it stops. And then where you can unscrew the cap, and then you put your water hose on, and then when you push it in halfway, you'll feel it stop. You'll probably hear it. For some reason it sucks air. My water hose don't have a good seal, but it's a water hose. So that'll drain the water out. As it's drained, that's when I go ahead and take off the covers. If you don't know how to do that, I showed you in my last video. Take off the covers, take off the jet packs. I'll set everything out, get it out, and then as it's draining, I'll rinse down the trash that gets in there from the trees I have over there, which I got rid of most of them. So this is my process. So I try to get everything out. I take one by one, clean everything up one by one, make sure everything's cleaned up. And this is where I want to get to, where the defects, which I think is going to cause me a major issue down the road, which kind of hope Bullfrog watches this, so maybe they can find a fix or something to help me out that I could put on this tub to prevent this. But what I'm going to try to show you here is the best place I can. So right down in here, you see this little scuff. That is actually scuffing up the shell. As you can see, that's where this fits. As you can see, scuffing that up as well. So that's my issue. And it's not just one spot. It is down through here, if you can see, all of that scuffing up the side. And that's where the side of the jetpack, right here, sits on that rail. And then as the jetpack or the hot tub runs, it vibrates. So, and that vibration causes that to eat into the side of the tub, which is fine right now, up until it actually eats through the face of this thing. I'm trying to find, see, you can see all the way down through here. You can see it here a little bit where it's eating it. And also be careful about these. Not sure if you can see that. These right here. It's been eating the side, if you can see that. So some little things they need to do to touch up their quality. Maybe put some neoprene rubber around the outside, some non-corrosive. Which neoprene I think would be good. I don't think chlorine and bromine or whatever chemical you put in will eat it. Just something a little around the edge, just to stop that from eating the side of my hot tub. Maybe just a little gasket to go around it. Maybe give it a little tighter seal. But so now I'm just going to take my bleach water there, and I'm going to get in here and suck up all this water. I got a shop vac that I use over here. I just use a regular Home Depot. You can get it from anywhere. The bigger ones are better, but never say nor less. So that's my dog. And so I'm gonna get in there and use that shop vac and suck everything out of here after it gets done draining completely. And then I'll wipe it all down with my bleach water as good as I can get it, and I'll rinse it off, make sure I get all that bleach out of there, and because I use bromine. And I'll actually, you can actually, I take the end of the vacuum and I'll actually put it down these holes, and I'll run the water down the other side of the hole, and over here I'll put the water in that one, and I'll suck it out of this one where it kind of filters the water, cycles the water through, and gets those pipes real good and clean. And I'll do the same thing to the other side, since there's two different pump systems. I'll put vacuum in that one, and I'll water hose in that one, and just shove the water hose down in there, let it run, and just use the vacuum here. You just watch your vacuum, because it'll fill up faster than you think. But other than that, I mean, it's going. I haven't got to the lighting video, and I ended up having to get a new cover, which is all covered under warranty, because I was getting water inside of it, and there's a, I don't know it, but there's a piece of carbon steel in here that attaches to the foam. And what happens is when you lay it down, the water actually goes to the center, and it rusted all of that carbon steel, which was pouring water out of those holes, and that water would come out as rust. So be careful with that, be wary. They replaced it 100%. Not really a big issue. Had a little issue with the dealer. They were kind of non-responsive, but I finally got a hold of actually Bullfrog, and they promptly got that shipped and fixed, and they even let me keep the old one, which I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Just put it down in the building, and I don't know, maybe one day I might need it. But after I've cleaned it all up, we'll just stick the water hose in here and fill it up. And I'll show you the chemical that I use. I'm going to go here and show you. I keep everything inside because I like to keep it temperature controlled. These are my new filters I ordered. So this comes with the tub. We never used it, but what I use is this is a bromine cartridge, and then I use this as a mineral pack. And what I'll do, I'll actually fill my tub up. This right here, you can get it off of Chris Wheatley's website. He has a YouTube video. You can look him up. He's a pretty brilliant guy when it comes to hot tubs. So he has a website that you can order it from. And same as this this chemical, the only chemical I really use is Spa Marvel. Amazing, amazing, amazing stuff. I love it. You can get that from Chris Wheatley's store or Amazon or wherever you want to get it. I get it from Chris. And I use a little bit of oxidizing shock just whenever 2 or more people get in my tub. I'll just throw about 2 ounces in there, let it run for 15 minutes with the cover off, just to get the burn the chemicals off. That's what we do. But after it heats up, how you apply that is you fill it up, and then you'll fill it all the way completely full, heat it up, let it get to at least 90 degrees. It's probably a little less than that, but I do 90 just to make sure. I like to overdo it. But let it get to about 90 degrees, and then you'll remove the cover, then you'll turn all your jets on high, and then you'll pour that bottle. You'll just pour it like you're making a dizzy circle. Just keep going in circles little by little. You know, you could dump it all in the middle if you wanted to. I mean, it's really no thing, but it's just what I do to try to spread it around a little bit. Then after that, let it run for about 30 minutes. Let it cycle really good and all that stuff and all that Spa Marvel. Then I'll go and I'll put 4 ounces of the oxidizing shock. I'll pour it in there, let it do it for about 30 minutes, let it cycle through, and then those little cartridges, and I'll put those in there. Put those fit in here. And my bromine, I usually keep it on 0 because it doesn't use that much don't use that much bromine with that Spa Marvel. In my mineral pack, I keep it wide open. I mean, what's more minerals? We all have minerals. So we just put a bunch of minerals, open it all the way up, and I use that oxidizing shock. If nobody gets in it that week, I'll put 4 ounces for every Friday. I'll come out and I'll change my filters and I'll rinse them out, and I'll 4 ounces of shock if nobody's gotten in the tub. But if somebody's gotten in the tub, 2-3 people, that night, I'll put like an ounce, 2 ounces. Depending on if there's 3 people or 4 people or 5 people in here, I'll put 3 ounces. If there's max capacity, I'll put 4 ounces. So kind of look at it as the amount of people is about how many ounces of oxidizing shock I put in there. But if nobody gets in it the whole week, I'll just go ahead and throw 4 ounces in it, let it cycle, change my filters, let it run, let it do its thing. With the cover, make sure the cover is off the whole time. Don't shock it, and then put your cover on. Because it's like trying to build a fire in a box and then shutting the lid. The fire's gone. Like you're just going to bellow smoke, and the smoke can't go nowhere. So same thing with the chemicals. When it's trying to burn off algae and bacteria, and it's got to go somewhere, and up is where it goes. You put your cover on, it just mats to your cover. Then when the water starts getting driplets on it, it'll drip right back down the water, and you're defeating the purpose. So make sure the cover is off for a good 30 minutes after you put chemical in it. Let it run, that way those vapors can get out, kill that bacteria. I think I've covered it. Any other questions, please like, subscribe, Write down any comments in below. I'd love to answer them. I love talking to you guys. Until next time, peace.